It's been shown that a supercomputer can beat the world's greatest grandmaster at chess. But when an average human player teams up with an ordinary computer, they can defeat the supercomputer every time. That's because the computer and the human are able to work together in synergy. I believe the same process can be applied to financial trading, which is both an art and a science. We can use computers to analyze the markets and find profitable edges, and we can then use our human experience to increase and widen those edges. Following on from this, here are some final tips to help improve the strategies discussed on this course. Number 1, investigate different parameters and settings, particularly portfolio size, ranking, money management, and holding period. There may be better ways of doing things than I have shown. Could you introduce better risk control, better ranking, or use trailing exits, for example? Number 2, try different issues. Each test has been explored on a watch list of index members, typically the S&P 1500 or the Russell 3000 index. But you might have more success with a larger or a smaller watch list. For example, you could create your own watch list of 50 stocks that you know are suitable for trading, and you could limit your trading to just these tickers. Some stocks, or indeed ETFs, may be better candidates than others. Not all stocks trade the same way. Number 3, take trades earlier. By pre-calculating the level at which a trading signal takes place, it might be possible to observe the entry or the exit before the day is over and thus take the trade earlier. You can then use limit orders to get into the trade before the system would have done. Can you compete with your own system and trade ahead of it? 4, prefer signals among lesser known stocks than well-known stocks. Well-known stocks will have more price efficiency, which makes them harder to make money from. High volume stocks such as Apple or Coca-Cola have a lot of money passing through them, and they appear to exhibit more random price action. This makes them harder to trade. Number 5, look at the general trend and look at longer time frames to get a bigger picture of what is going on. If you can code this into the original system, this is preferable. Number 6, it's vital to keep track of trades once the systems are taken live. This will help you to evaluate which signals perform best and therefore adapt the systems over time in a Bayesian type process. When there are signs of breakdown, go back to the drawing board to analyze and re-optimize the system. If you keep a detailed journal of your trades, you might be able to find little subtleties, little things that help performance. For example, you might find that the system performs better on certain sectors or certain type of stocks. Number 7, use common sense to skip signals when market conditions are unfavorable. For example, after a significant surge or decrease in volatility. When volatility is high, it's often better to turn the system off, just sit on the sidelines for a while. Number 8, evaluate accompanying news items in order to evaluate whether or not the signal is an overreaction. Generally, trading is profitable when we can take advantage of overreactions and underreactions. If there's no overreaction, it will be hard to beat the market. If the news provides clues, you can use that to your advantage. Number 9, avoid news. On the flip side, you may want to avoid trades when you know an important news event is coming up. For example, earnings reports can have a big impact on stock prices. Take note of these events to see how they affect system performance in general. Many system traders will close their trades before earnings releases because these earnings days can cause a real impact to overall returns. Number 10, prefer signals where the trade signal occurs because of a complex event. The information from complex news items, such as complicated merger deals, can be harder to process by investors. This means the repricing and subsequent price momentum can be stronger and last longer. So reading articles and news stories can help determine that complexity. 11. Combine systems. As previously mentioned, combine the systems together or with other less correlated strategies in order to increase strike rate and smooth drawdowns. Any strategy with a mild edge or degree of uncorrelation is a good fit. 12. Keep fine-tuning. Take a Bayesian approach to your live system trading. Keep fine-tuning your systems in order to better understand their strengths and weaknesses. Perhaps they work better on certain timeframes or certain industries. Perhaps you can introduce more qualitative factors such as economic reports or sentiment data into the mix. Keep on the lookout for new ideas. However, don't make big changes before going back to the development and backtesting phase first. You don't want to make changes to a system unless you can be sure that they are making it better and not worse.